Good morning. All right, so let's see, do we have any early birds today? So as most of you know about me now is I am an early bird. So I like to get up early in the morning. Also means I kind of have to go to bed very early. Otherwise, I'm a big cranky pants. So if we have anybody tuning into our book club this morning, I would love to announce the winner of this book, Sinead Burke, Break the Mould. So this is going to be our first book in our kids book club. So they say that this book is like for 9 to 13 year olds, but I'm totally thinking that you could probably read this to somebody who's a little bit younger, which would be totally cool as well. So I've read it now and I think it is such a great story. So really about overcoming obstacles and not letting what you're born with hold you back from pursuing your goals and your life's goals. So this is the one, and I did put in a competition. So I have a lovely copy being held in Bridge Street Books in Wicklow Town, and I put in a little competition to like and share. So we went through the list and we picked a name out of the hat this morning, and the winner is, well, it's Jean Smullen, but I guess that means it's going to F.Y.I student Faye. So Faye, I will get this in the post from Bridge Street Books this week. So congratulations, Faye Smullen, for winning this book, and I'm looking forward to reading this with you. Now, we won't start it this week because I want to make sure that everybody can get their hands on a copy either. I know some kids, good morning, some kids said that they were going to try and get it from the library, and then some kids are going to try and get it as well. But I'm going to read chapter 1 next Saturday morning. So if you want to read ahead so that you can have some comments and you can put some comments in the chat, then we can discuss that book over our Facebook Live. Now, remember, do this through your parents' Facebook page. Don't be thinking you have to set up your own Facebook page. So you do have to be, I think, over 16 to have your own Facebook page, and that is for your own safety. So trust your parents when they say no. So do go through your parents' Facebook page for this. And next week I will read out chapter 1 and we'll have a little bit of a chat on that as well. But I didn't want to leave it there. So I actually have something for the juniors, because I was thinking, well, what about the brothers and sisters and the younger brothers and sisters? Good morning, Evine. Lovely that you're here. And do say big thank you to your mom for sponsoring this book club as well for Escape Boutique in Greystones, because I'm so excited. I've been trying to get this going for about a month now, so I'm super excited. Well, even stick by, because I'm going to actually read something for the juniors today. So this is going to be for you guys, and I have this amazing book I'm going to read called No Excuses. This is so us in our dance classes, isn't it? And it says how what you say can get in your way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read you a little about this little short book. And it's a great example of what we say to ourselves can really affect what happens in our life. So this is a cool book. And also it has like notes for parents and teachers. So if anybody gets this book. So it starts off with, ever since I was born, I have loved sea turtles. Now this isn't me. This is the lovely kid in the book. I drove my family crazy. Let's see in the chat. Do you have any hobbies that drive your family crazy? Mine obviously was dancing all day. Get out of the kitchen. Stop dancing in the kitchen. I was like, well, that's what I like to dance. Everyone wondered why I loved sea turtles so much when I lived on a farm. They asked, why not cows? Why not pigs? Why not chickens? And I know we have some chickens, some hen lovers in our F.Y.I dance club, and I miss my hens terribly, so I love hearing all about your hens. All these animals are great, but it was sea turtles that I loved. And I was determined to see a real live one. I love that determination. Yeah, it's good to have a goal and really be really determined to do something. Here I am on my first trip to the aquarium. Wow. Have you guys been to an aquarium? Yeah, it's a while since we've kind of been anywhere, isn't that right? Boy, did I learn a lot that day. Not only did I see my first live sea turtle, but I found out that they're an endangered species. They need our help if they are going to survive. I decided right there and then to devote my life to sea turtles, and I met the perfect person to help me, Dr. Tortuga. I hope I'm saying that right, Dr. Tortuga. Dr. Tortuga is a scientist and marine biologist. She is an expert on sea turtles, and her job is to study and protect them. And I wanted to be just like her. I started visiting her whenever I could. Do you guys know what you want to do with your lives when you grow older? It's always a good one, isn't it? I think I remember I wanted to be like a runway model or something like that. And I remember a neighbour telling me that was a stupid idea and there was no money. And it was like, oh, okay, I'll be an actress then. And they're like, no, that's a terrible idea. I was like, okay, I'll be a teacher then. I'm like, yeah, okay, you can be a teacher. And I was like, okay. And I even have like a copybook from when I was like 8 where I was like, I really want to be a dancer, but as a proper job, I'll be a school teacher or a PE teacher. And look what I did. I became a teacher and a dancer. Yay me. I was very excited. A proper job. I told everyone that I was going to be a marine biologist and save the turtles. My teacher said, wow, you have to be pretty smart to do that. Science doesn't really seem like your best subject. Oh, who would say that? Oh my goodness. Remember, the brain that you're born with is not the only brain that you're ever going to have. You know, in our brain grows class, when your body moves, your brain grows, so you can be as smart as you want to be. The lady at the shoe store said, that will take a long time. Are you sure you want to study that much? The answer is yes. Do you know I am still studying dance now? And I've been doing this 20 years. I've actually been dancing. I actually won't tell you how long I've been dancing. But I've been teaching for 20 years and I'm still studying all the time. So yes, it does take a long time. Mom told me, you know, we might not have the money to send you to college. If this is something you want, you may need to do it on your own. Now that's very interesting because when I was growing up, there were no grants to help you to be a... Oh, we had a bit of a glitch there. So when I was growing up, there was no grants to help you be a dance teacher. So my first dance teacher's course cost me £4,000 sterling. That's a load of money, especially when you're 18. And then when I wanted to teach more children, so when I wanted to teach in the schools, I went back and I did a degree in dance education. It took me 5 years and €30,000. I just had to keep on taking out student loans, loan after loan after loan. And I think it got to about €30,000 to become a dance teacher. There you go. So, but yep, I did it. And remember when I paid off my loans, I was like, oh, well, that's done. So, you know, never be afraid to invest in yourself. Grandpa said, we are a family of farmers and this is what we have always been. Your dad sure would be disappointed. Your parents won't be disappointed. They'll love you just as you are. Soon I started thinking that a marine biologist wasn't such a good idea. I sat down and made a list. Reasons not to become a marine biologist. So this kid actually made a list. 1, I'm not smart enough. Don't believe that. It will take a long time. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But sure, like, what else are we doing? It is too hard. It might be hard, but remember, when you do things that are hard, that's what makes you strong. So don't worry about things being too hard. My family will be disappointed. Ooh, I hope not. I think your family pretty much loves you no matter what. And it will cost too much. Do you know what? It might cost a bit, but it could be worth it also. I went to visit Dr. Tortuga at the aquarium. I told her that I wouldn't be coming here anymore. And I showed her my list. Well, she said, this is nothing but a list of excuses. Excuses are just words that stop you from doing what you want, being what you want, and having what you want. Look, there's the excuses. And there's Dr. Tortuga telling this kid, oh, you know what? They're just excuses. Interesting. For example, you want to be a marine biologist. You've heard lots of opinions from people and now you feel like there are things standing in the way of your goal. When you find yourself with a list of excuses like this, it's time to ask yourself some important questions. Okay, you ready for some important questions? 1, why am I making an excuse? People make excuses for all kinds of things. Excuses give us a reason not to do things that seem hard or scary. Making excuses can cause you to miss out a lot in life. Oh my goodness. Where did the excuse come from? You might want to blame excuses on your parents, teachers and friends, but no matter what anyone else says, there's only one person an excuse comes from, and that is you. Why? Because only you can choose to use the excuse or not. Is the excuse true? When you say something like, it's too hard to become a marine biologist, or my family will be disappointed, do you actually know these are true? Or did you just kind of like think them? Are you 100% sure that it will be hard, that people will be disappointed? Of course you don't. The only way you will know is to do it and find out for yourself. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes being a dance teacher is hard as well, especially when after Thursday's class, my body hurt so much and I still had to teach on Friday. It's like, but I always know when I get there, I love it so much because the kids are so awesome. Okay, so here's the action plan. How can I get rid of excuses? Now that you know where excuses come from, why you make them, and how to find out if they are true, this way you can spot an excuse the minute it comes up and use what you've learned to stop the excuses in its track. Okay, I'm going to take note of this. It's up to you. No more excuses. Excuses be gone. Go look at the sea turtles. Go for it. think we all need some sea turtle cheerleaders in our life. To make or not make excuses is a choice you have every day. Now, here is another choice. You can throw away this list and make a promise to yourself that you will not let excuses get in your way. Without excuses, you are free to be anything you want to be. It's anything you're kind of driven to do. When I went to bed that night, I thought of everything Dr. Tortuga had said. As I slept, I dreamed I was swimming with a giant sea turtle. A whole school of baby sea turtles swam behind me, and I was surrounded by all the beautiful creatures of the sea. It was the best feeling ever. This is how I feel when I'm teaching you guys your dance classes. Best feeling ever, guys. Good morning, Keela. When I woke up, I knew that being a marine biologist was the only thing I wanted to do more than anything in the world, and that I would not let excuses get in the way. I got up and made a new list. No more excuses. So here's the new list. I am smart. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I will find a way to pay for college, and I'm not afraid to take a chance. Cool. I'd love to hear about your lists. What would you love to do? Okay, so, love it. Oh, hang on, I missed a page. I kept this list and read it every day. So this is kind of like goal setting. This is awesome. When I was doing homework and taking tests, I told myself I am smart, and I believed it. Yeah, see, this is what your brain is like, an operating system. So whatever you tell yourself, your brain will let you go into that program. So this is what I learned when I was studying for my brain groups program, that if you go, I can't do something, your brain goes, oh, run the program of I can't do something. So say, for example, I'm teaching split runs. And I go, right, we're going to do split runs. And then the kids go, oh, I can't do split runs. Your brain goes, oh, run the program, I can't do split runs. And then it runs a program to show you that you can't do split runs. It's like, see, you can't do them. Whereas if you try, hey, I'm open to learning my split runs, then the brain goes, oh, I'm open to learning split. Let's run that program. And then it looks for all the ways you can do the split runs. So you have to be careful what you tell your brain, because literally whatever you tell it, it comes true. It runs out of computer. It's just like a computer. It runs that computer program. And you can experiment with this. I've experimented with this loads of times. When I was working in the snack bar, when I was working in the snack bar, cleaning windows and caring for dolphins to earn money for college, I reminded myself that I was doing this to make my dream come true. So I did this. My college, I could have done mine in 3 years or 6 years, and I actually ended up doing it in 5 years because I worked all the way through it because I wanted to pay off that incredible 30 grand student loan. So I did the same thing. So every time I was like working 7 days weeks and studying and all the rest, I was saying, well, this is because I want to get this degree. I want to learn all of this. And I actually have all my library of books still with me because they're fantastic. And then here's a picture of me on the day I left for college. I was so proud of myself when I got on that train. Isn't that cool? That must be an awesome feeling. And then look, now I am grown up and I work with sea turtles in Hawaii. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. I'm sure glad I did not let a bunch of excuses stand in my way. That is so cool. I love this book. So all they are little excuses that kind of make us because we're a little bit afraid. And it's totally cool to be afraid. So you just like, when you are afraid, you just go, okay, I'm feeling afraid. Take a deep breath and let it go and then see what happens. So, I get afraid sometimes too, especially like, was even afraid before I went on here today because I was like, oh, I hope I don't forget how to say Dr. Tortuga's name. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, so very simply, there's a quiz at the end and it's just how to recognize if it's an excuse or not an excuse. So you can play along here. So do you think this is an excuse or not an excuse? I don't want to go ice skating because I don't know how to do it and I might get hurt. That's kind of me. I'm kind of scared of ice skating because I totally think I'm going to get hurt. And actually, when Oliver wants me to play football and stuff and the ball is so hard. So yeah, I make excuses as well. But then I do try to overcome them as well. I'm not good at spelling. Nobody in my family is. Does that sound like an excuse or not an excuse? Now, I know for a fact that that's actually an excuse because from my Brain Groups program, I've studied that your brain can be literally molded into whatever you want it to be. So you can literally mold it into being a really healthy, smart brain, or you can have it being not so smart by telling yourself not nice things. So you can totally, if nobody in your family is good at spelling, you can totally be good at spelling. So this used to happen in my family. Everybody would go, I'm no good at maths. And I was like, well, I really like maths. So I was the only one in my family to study honours maths all the way through to my Leaving Cert. And I still think I got like an honours in honours maths. So, and I was the only one in my family to do honours maths. So you know what, just because they say they're not good, it doesn't mean that you can't be good at it. So keep that in mind. Okay, is this an excuse or not an excuse? I want a new video game, so I am going to walk my neighbour's dog to earn money. Oh yeah, that's not an excuse. If anybody wants to come and walk my dog, or do some painting, I could do with some help. I love basketball, but my cousin said I'm not tall enough to play. Excuse. I want to sing in a talent show, but nobody else in my class is doing it. Excuse. Some people tell me I'm shy, but I know I will make friends at my new school. Not an excuse. Oh, I love that you're playing along here. Thank you so much, Evie, and I love that you're playing along. This book looks tough, but I know I am smart enough to read it, even if it takes a long time. That's totally not an excuse. That's amazing. I'm not going to the slumber party because I've never slept away from home. Okay, that's an excuse. I used to be afraid of that, I have to say. Also because you never get any sleep. And I love my sleep, guys. I love my sleep. Okay, is this an excuse or not an excuse? All my sisters do gymnastics, but I'm going to try tap dancing. Oh. And do you know, both of my sisters gave up dancing when they became teenagers. And I was just like, oh, does that mean there's more money in the house? Can I do more dancing? Yeah, dance mad I was. Oh, I really want a skateboard, but it costs too much. Yeah, that's an excuse because you can do chores. Parents love when you do chores. So, you know, do some chores and you get some moolah. I'm the youngest kid to try out for the chess club, but I'm not going to let that stop me. Oh, that's not an excuse. Let's click that one out. Digging a big hole is hard, but I really want to plant this tree, so I better get to work. Oh my goodness, that is so not an excuse. And digging a big hole is hard. I know, because I spent the Easter holidays trying to landscape a bit of wasteland out the back of my garden. And my goodness, I was in more pain than doing a week of dancing. So yeah, but I love it. I love it now. And hopefully I'll have my lovely wildflower garden soon. So guys, that is it. That's a book called No Excuses, and that's just for our juniors. And then next week we will start with chapter 1 of Break the Mould. And so I'm going to kind of do it in 2 parts. I'll do Break the Mould first, chapter 1, and then for the second half, I'll choose another book for the juniors as well, so that we can have a bit of a double book club on the go. And for all those early birds, you can come and join me. And thank you so much, Evie, for all your input in today's book club as well. I love you to bits. Thank you very much. So I wish you a lovely day. Come back, and if you want to listen to that story again, I'm going to put this up on the Facebook page. So come back and visit it whenever you want, and remember to really, really go for your dreams. And I love that book too. Thank you, Evie. I love it. I love it. Okay, so have a wonderful day, and I will see you in class next week. And if you don't come to F.Y.I Dance Club, then I'll see you book club next week. Okay, thank you so much, and keep commenting as well. I'll check back in on them later. So if you have any more comments, or if you're watching this later, then do stick the comments and I will check them in. Okay, mwah, love you guys to bits. Have a great day.